Can't see your pretty face. And we're
Um,
live, Coach.
yes, we are. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the webinar tonight. I'm in a little bit of a different location. I'm actually back home with my at my parents' house. This is my daddy. Say hi.
Hi, how y'all doing?
He's from Arkansas, if you can't tell. So am I, though. No worries. So I'm actually going to be having Sean and Melissa present tonight. Sean's going to be going through the training. Chris is going to be kind of answering some questions in the chat roll. Go ahead and let us know where you're calling in from. We've already got a few people hanging on, and we're going to get started here in about 60 seconds. Just give everybody enough chance to jump on here. Go ahead and close down, Facebook, YouTube, turn off the TV, kick the dog out, whatever you got to do. Pay attention for the next hour or so, because this information could completely change your life if you take action on it. Also, if you're taking notes, go ahead and grab, a paper and pen if you're old school, or your phone, or, take screenshots, whatever you got to do, because this is going to be some pretty cool information. We're going to teach you guys how to create an income online, a legit income, not like, join some make money scheme and, paid surveys and gambling and all that kind of stuff. We're going to teach you like the legit way of how to build a business online. Pretty cool stuff. We've had tons of people make multiple six figures in their first 12 months of getting started. We've had over 100 people quit their jobs and go full-time online in our community because of the training and the system that we provided. And you guys are going to get a sneak peek at all of that and get a chance to actually partner with us, join our community, see everything we have to offer, the full deal, get a personal coach assigned to you that's going to walk you through everything step by step. So it's going to be pretty exciting stuff. With that, I'm going to pass on over to Sean. Sean and Melissa, they both were able to walk away from their jobs within 95 days of getting started with us. They've since gone on to make multiple six figures, hundreds of thousands of dollars online. They're part of some inner circle, super secret ninja internet marketing mastermind programs that you got to pay a lot of money to be a part of. So they've learned a whole lot. They've produced a massive team of people getting results. And they're going to be sharing the information with you guys tonight and helping you get started on your own online business. So Sean, you want to take it away?
Yeah, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. All right. So the two gentlemen that you've seen, obviously you just heard from Coach Baden, or Coach Odom. Coach Baden is going to be answering the chat roll tonight. So thank you for being here tonight, Chris. That's awesome. You might see that my name says Brandon Odom on it, but it's actually Sean and Melissa. I had to log into his account to give access. But tonight, we're going to share some awesome stuff with you guys. Again, like Coach Odom said, please go ahead and put away your cell phone, put the kids to bed, kick the dogs out, or put them out nicely, maybe feed them. Turn off the Facebook. And you're probably going to want to take some notes because this is a pretty powerful thing. And, we're going to share really kind of the 3 secrets of what it takes to build a successful business on the internet. We're going to show you our business model. And if that's a fit for you, of course, there's going to be a need for you to get involved with us. And what's really cool is at the end of our presentation, I'm going to share a couple of slides with you. We're going to have some live come out real time, and we'll be answering questions in between their stories. And you can hear how everyday ordinary people, just like us, just like Coach Odom, just like Coach Baden, found this system and have gone on to make lots and lots of money and change their life in a significant fashion. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So let me know when you guys can see it. I'll probably disappear for a second. Hang on one second. And there we go.
You guys let us know where you're calling in from. We've got a bunch of people. Susan from Pennsylvania, Jonathan from Georgia, Richard, Omaha, Nebraska, Montreal, Camden. Cool. Carlos, Tampa, Richard, Northern Kentucky, Mariah, Maine, Anthony, Alabama. Awesome. A lot of people. You're good. Sean, go ahead. Take it away.
All right. So you guys can see my screen?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, tonight, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. We're going to share how to start your own online business that affords you the lifestyle you desire. And you don't have to be a tech expert. Like, that was a big thing for me when we first got started. I'd never had any prior online experience, and I was concerned. I didn't think I could do it. And that was really my biggest fear moving into the online world. So tonight we're going to show you how you can actually do that and not be a tech expert, right? And the information that I'm going to cover, okay, just understand it's going to take roughly about 45 to maybe 50 minutes. I'll try to go quickly. I'm a no fluff kind of guy. And we'll get right down and give you the brass tacks, the brass facts, so you can make a hard decision if this is a good fit. And in going through this information, just understand that you have a choice tonight. You can either choose the red pill or the blue pill, just like the Matrix. I will forewarn you, if you decide this isn't a fit for you, this is going to keep the information I'm going to share with you tonight is going to keep you up, because this is that one opportunity you don't want to walk away from. Melissa and I have personally spent over $45,000 on other programs that did not work for us. You know, we get into that in a minute. This program, just understand, we had $80,000 worth of, so we were in a bad spot. We were living paycheck to paycheck, kind of go. So a quick earnings disclaimer, guys. You're not going to come here, push it and get rich quick. It just doesn't happen. So if you think that's what this is, you're probably better off just taking off right now. And at first, when we got started, we simply wanted to escape the 9 to 5. Being newly, one thing that we loved the most was the idea we could spend our time together and all of our time together. And in fact, our motto became, let's experience everything together. And we simply wanted to escape the 9 to 5 lifestyle, but we couldn't, right? We were stuck in that 9 to 5 rat race grind. And what we wanted was 2 income streams. We wanted 2 incomes that were going to pay us about $3,000 a month, because at that 1,000, we were going to be able to walk away from 9 to 5 jobs and experience this lifestyle that we wanted, which is traveling. We love travel. And like I said, we spent $45,000 on other internet programs that just threw us in the dirt and did not work whatsoever. But when we stumbled into this thing, we made nearly $300,000 in our first 12 months, right? But the best part is it's not just us, you know, because sometimes you'll find a superstar here or there. What's really cool about our system is we take everyday people that have no experience, or maybe a little bit of experience, or maybe a failed experience, and teach them how to crush it online, okay? So here's an example, right? We have a bunch of leaders, as you can see there, but we also have people that are just like you and me. Amy Claire quit her corporate management job in only 7 months of getting started, okay? How awesome is that? Think about that for a second. Tyler Cadwell took home $20,000 in commissions in a single month and started 7 months with us. Like,
hey,
what would
Tom,
that be like? Yeah.
quick pause. At least on my side, I'm seeing like the first slide. I don't know if there's a lag. There we go. Now it looks like it is catching up at least.
Is it still on? Is it still on this one?
Then now I went back to the first one. If you hit play, maybe it looks like. I don't know what it looks like on your side. On this side, that's where it's at.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. Let me try something a little different here. Let's see.
And while he's looking at that, type in the chat was it just on my side, or were you guys not able to see the slides that were following the testimonials he was giving? You can just type in the chat.
All right, Chris, can you see my screen now?
I can. Looks like you're sharing it.
Presentation?
I'm not seeing the presentation yet.
One more time, guys. Really sorry about this.
It's real. It really is live. We're not messing around.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find.
Get it just a second. There we go. Now I can see the presentation.
All right, so I hit the play button. Let's just see if I can. Can you see the second screen now?
I'll give it a second. I just see the first one.
This is no good. You still seeing the first screen?
I am still seeing the first screen right now, yeah.
Okay, maybe I could do it this way. Can you see the second screen now? First screen, second screen?
When you're clicking on the slides on the left-hand side, I can see it.
Okay, well, we'll just go through it this way for tonight, I guess. That's, I don't know if I can maximize this. There we go. Well, we could at least do it that way. All right, guys. Sorry for the techie difficulties. Let's see here. Okay, so let me kind of quickly start over. Again, we're going to share how to start your own online business that affords you the lifestyle that you desire. And let me just see if I can hide the slide only. There we go. Okay. And it's going to be like taking the red pill or the blue pill, right? So you can take the blue pill and get started with us tonight if that makes sense for you. But again, we're going to share you enough information that you can make a valid decision for yourself. Or this might be even better. Hold on, let me do that. There we go. Cool. Or you could take the red pill, and this is going to keep you up at night because it's really valid. Hold on a sec. Oh, that's not working either. Darn it. Okay, we'll start there. No, 1 second here, guys. Awesome. All right. So quick earnings. There we go. Okay, cool. Shoot. This is crazy. Chris, what happened?
Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Oh, that's why. Can you see me now?
I can see your screen.
Now, can you see the presentation? Wait for it. All right.
Now I do. Yep.
Okay, guys. Really sorry about that techie difficulty.
We did it!
We're live, and I messed it up. So there you go. We are live, okay? So you're not going to push a button and get rich quick here. And at first, we wanted to escape our 9 to 5, and we wanted the 2 income streams at $1,000 a month. We'd spent $45,000 on stuff that didn't for us. But again, we made just shy of $300,000 in our first 12 months. But it's not just us, okay? Yeah, there are some leaders in our community, and these leaders are all earning 6 figures or more with this business model. But check it out. It's regular people, everyday people like Amy quit her corporate job in 7 months of getting started. Tyler Caldwell took home $20,000 in commissions in June and only 7 months ago. Here's Andy. He made over $4,000 in a single week within 90 days of getting started. Imagine if you started a new program, a new offer, something totally different, and you made $4,000 within the first, you made $4,000 in a week. Like, what does that look like in your life? It's pretty awesome. Garrett Francis and his girlfriend are traveling the world right now. He made $175,000 in his first year online and quit his job to travel the world. Candace Benson, she's living in Bali right now. She just had a $7,900 day online with us with this system. So you can see the success stories go on and on here, guys. Tim earned $3,360 in commissions in less than a month from getting started. What will extra $3,000 a month do for you? Look like in your life, right? Here's Curtis Mumby. He just made more in his business in 2 days than he made in a month at his job. What would that feel like if you work 30 days out of the month, but you're able to make the same amount in 2 days? What would you do with the other 28 days of your month? I mean, that's a pretty awesome thing to think about, isn't it? Aaron Fraser, dude, is a hard worker, a hustler. I love him to death. He quit his job within 53 days of starting this program, and he's actually had a $15,000 day, and I don't even know how much money he made last month because you wouldn't believe me. Wade and Cindy Stewart, they had a 1,000 day online not too long ago. It's just awesome. The hits just keep coming. Travis and Sydney just had a $15,000 a month. You see, guys, like it's a ton of people here crushing this business. Us, we earned well over $200,000 in our first 12 months. But the best part is, yes, we have results. But the coolest thing is we want your name here. So who wants their name and their picture on this page? Right, I do, in the chat roll right now. And we're just going to wait a sec to see. We need a little bit of participation. I appreciate you guys. Okay, cool. Seems like there's a bunch of people. Yeah, and we want to help you celebrate your success and put your face on this picture. So who for tonight? If you've tried and failed at building a business on the internet, this is definitely for you. Or if you've never tried building a business, you have no experience, like me and Melissa, this is definitely you as well. And our goal tonight, very simple, is to share that the only way for you to escape the 9 to 5 is to harness the power of the internet. And the only way to harness the power of the internet is to plug into our 90% all-inclusive system. I'm going to go through that in detail with you guys so you understand our business model, okay? And here's the ground rules just before we get into it. First off, please eliminate your distractions. I was a personal distraction with all my techie issues. Sorry about that. But you're probably going to want to take notes. Now we got good flow moving forward. And understand, like I mentioned, we're not a push a button and get rich. okay? And we're not any type of gambling software. If you think this is Forex or E-Trade or anything like that, this isn't the place for you. We're not any sort of trading software whatsoever. And we're definitely not a place where you can come and make $1 million next week. We don't want any tire kickers or time wasters. So if you're just going to post a bunch of negativity in the chat roll right now, Coach Baden has the ability to remove you out of the broadcast. But don't be here and kick tires. Like, we understand being skeptical. All of us were really skeptical when we saw this. Guys, this is an online internet business. Like, who's not skeptical of that, right? But healthy skepticism is the key. When you ask the right questions and do the research for yourself, you can make a decision whether or not you want to get started. And everything is about choice. Okay, so let's agree on something. I'm going to give it to you straight as long as you commit to actually doing something with this information. Now, if we have an agreement on that, please write deal in the chat roll right now, and we're about to get going. Awesome. Okay, here we go. So we are the original power couple. We love our kitty cats. We have 2 giant Maine Coon kitty cats. Our male cat is now almost 30 pounds big. We take them all over the place. We love to travel with them. And so that's one of our passions. The picture in the middle there is a couple of trophies that we were awarded for reaching the $100,000 mark with this business. Every time you do that, you get another cool award. The picture on the right is when we had received those awards, and there's a bunch of us that were receiving awards. And then the bottom one is us in Thailand. We actually spent 30 days, or just a little bit over 30 days in Thailand last summer, this full time, to prove to people that you can work this business from anywhere, that it is possible to create another way of life, that you can travel, you can spend time with your kids, you can watch them grow up, not missing any of their sports events. But the thing was, it wasn't always peaches and roses. We struggled. As I mentioned, we had $80,000 in credit card. And every single time we would go off and try something new, our friends and family and closest relatives would be like, dude, what are you doing, Sean? You're wasting your money. That's never going to work. Like, they were ostracizing us. They're just saying, look, dude, stop what you're doing and go back and get a safe 9-to-5 job. And the whole time it would just make me more angry because I wasn't able to figure out a way to rip the fabric of the 9-to-5 and find another way. And it caused me heartache and tears. And tonight, luckily we have a really strong relationship. Fight that much. We were kind of on the same page with it. And here was the problem, right? The problem was something was always missing. We tried a bunch of different things, and there was always this one element that we could never put our finger on. And all we wanted to do was design our life. That was it. We wanted to make our own rules. Like, I hate alarm clocks, okay? It's a passionate hate. I also hate the 9-to-5 because I believe it's a scam. And those two things in combination led us on this big 10-year journey. And that's when we started spending money on other programs to figure out a way to break free of the jail that we were living in, right? And then it was, we were sitting on the couch, and I was down on my luck. I'd had a bunch of bad luck, and I was looking at Melissa. We were watching some stupid soap opera on television, and I just broke down in tears. And I'll never forget, I was sitting there, and I looked at her, and I said, Monster. Her nickname is Monster. And I said, Monster, I guess maybe I should go back. Maybe I should go back and get a job. And she looked at me and she said, don't you dare even think, Sean. We're going to make this work. And I know that the internet is the one thing that fixed everything for us, or will fix everything for us. And so I discovered the idea that, hey, we needed to figure out that the internet was that was this big, vague concept. And we needed to figure out how to harness the power of the internet. That was it. We figured if we could do that, we could learn from somebody that already has done that, then we could make it work. But where do we start? That was the question. And most people have that same question. And if you've been struggling, guys, if you've been struggling trying to do the same thing that we were trying to do for years and years and years, I want you to know that it's not your fault. Let me say that again. It's not your fault whatsoever. Here's our little journey that we went on that took 10 years. We tried to build an eBay store once upon a time. And it was really cool because the doorbell rang and the mailman was there, gave me this box, and I opened the box. I was super excited because I pulled out a CD, popped it into my computer, and I up and I did the video, and it's like, okay, do this, do this, do this, and I did all that stuff, and I built a very nice storefront. And they said, okay, go get them. And I was like, what do you mean, go get them? Like, I don't understand. What does that mean? And no instruction. There was no guidance, and go forward. So everything that I tried failed in my face. And so that led me to sit down. I gave up rather quickly on that. And so then I was like, and then someone approached me about this fruit potion drink company, MLM product. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I looked into it because I was doing my own research, and I realized I really enjoyed the compensation model that program offered. And so I kind of got hooked by the compensation model. And so I got into this thing, spent $1,500 on it, bought the thing. And the guy was like, make a list of your friends and family. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I don't want to go burn bridges there. That's crazy. But I did it anyway. And I started going to my friends and family, and every single one of them was like, no, no, no. What are you doing? You're scamming people. Like, get out of here. Stop it, Sean. And I was like, okay. And eventually I had a little bit of success. The biggest thing out of this was I started using the product myself. And unfortunately, there was that auto my garage started filling up with these boxes of magical fruit potion that didn't even really work. And it didn't work for me. It was really hard for me to get behind a potion drink or something like that didn't work. So I canceled my plan. I got out of it, lost a bunch of money. Then we thought, well, hey, the real estate king and queen of the universe. And we went and we purchased a 20-some thousand estate, went way more into debt, and went through 8-week intensive online course and spent 3 days in a seminar. And by the end of the seminar, we were all pumped up, and we went through this whole program. And then they're like, okay, we've just shown you like different strategies of how to win, and you want to go get them. Well, I didn't know that there was so much work involved with any one of those strategies. And like, I didn't know which one to choose. And Melissa and I, oh my gosh. And so we just got shell shocked, and we never did the work. It would just shock, right? And so then I was like, okay, one was gone. And we tried another MLM. And what I was told was it was going to be 2 to 3 hours a day. What it actually was 16 hours a day. And I was hustling from 8 a.m. till 10:30, 11, 12 at night, every single day, all day, get up, do it again, 7 days a week. And it sucked because I never got the results that I was looking for. And so that one, I actually ran at it for 18 months as hard as I could go. And I just burned, and I got miserable, and my life sucked. And I don't want to do any of that. So that one went to the wayside. And then lastly, I tried SEO. I'd heard the term. I was like, okay, we'll try it. And it's way over my head. I'm a pretty simple guy. You saw tech issues earlier today. I wasn't able to do that. And the one thing that all of our failure had in common, guys, the one of a 10-year share with you, is we had no ability and we had no ship. To me, was the missing piece of the puzzle, right? And then Melissa happened to stumble onto a video that invited us to watch this broadcast. And trying to make some dollars to feed our family. And I came home, and she was so excited. She's like, Sean, I found it. I was like, what did you find? And she said, look at this program. So we watched this quick video again. We registered for this workshop, and we didn't even watch the live one. You guys are on the live one right now. We watched a replay, and I was so jazzed about it. I was like, yes, let's go. And we started, and we went through this process, and it completely blew our mind. Action. And what were our results? We fired our bosses within 95 days. In fact, I videoed Melissa walking out of the job. She was a dental office manager for 10.5 years. I videoed her walking out of her job on her last day, and we drank like half a bottle of champagne in my car. I have it on video. You can go find it on our fan page if you want to see that. Within months of getting started, guys, we earned our first 6 figures. And now that might not be a lot to some, it might be a mountain to others, right? And it really kind of blew us away. We earned a top rank with the company. But the best part of everything, this is not like becoming a doctor. It's not like becoming a lawyer where you have to go to school forever and ever and ever to get the skill set. It takes about 45 to 60 days to truly master the skill set that we're going to teach you. And when you've mastered that skill set, you can walk out and crush this business. So tonight we're going to show you an all-inclusive, 90% all-inclusive system where all you have to do, like we mentioned earlier, is master your social media and then fire your boss. And I challenge you. I challenge you to get started with us tonight, and I challenge you to quit your job and film the way that you walk out of your job. Like, I want to see those videos. I just love them. But before we get to the heart of the meat, the nuts and bolts, the gears of the broadcast here, guys, do you already have online audience? Or maybe have you seen one of our broadcasts before? Like, are you already sure 100% that you want what we have? Well, if so, get ready to act quickly. Because at the end of the broadcast, of course, you're going to have a chance to join us if you find it makes sense. But for the next 7 minutes, starting right now, we're offering a special fast start that's going to give you a bunch of extra stuff. But remember, guys, this is only for the first 10 series action takers, and it's starting at $99 a month, okay? And if you already know how amazing our system is, just simply click the orange button. Remember, if you're on your mobile device, you may need to minimize the window and click the button. You can see in the chat roll, it'll be there for you. Click that orange button and join us right now. And what's included, right? What are the extras that we're going to give you here if you get started sooner than later and you take action? Well, first of all, you're going to get a elite earner strategy called by private invitation, which is above and beyond anything else that we do. And we're going to build you a custom branded income accelerator sales funnel valued around 3 to 10 grand. I know from us, I'm 100% certain that if we were to go out and try to have somebody build an income accelerator sales funnel for us, it would cost easily 10. But this is going to be yours for free after you earn your $10,000 with us, right? So click that button. And when you jump on this right now, understand, guys, you still get a 1% 14-day money back guarantee. That's right. If this is not, you get 14 days to try it out with no obligation. And if it's, just tell us. We'll give you your money. But again, it's only available for the first 10 serious action takers. And when that button is gone, the bonus leaves with it. And just check, money loves speed. And I'm willing to bet that those that jump on this offer will make money faster than anyone else watching this. And we want to give those action takers an unfair advantage simply because they have the winning mindset that we're looking for, okay? So click the orange button and join right now. All right, guys, 3 secrets that all successful internet businesses have in common. Are you ready for them? Secret number 1, the secret hack to making online businesses work. Number 2, how to create rapid results without any experience whatsoever. And then secret number 3, how to eliminate your search for the right starting point, okay? So secret number 1, the secret hack to making online businesses work. What's the hack, you ask? Great question. The hack is we discovered through our journey that all online businesses must have 3 pillars. If an online business does not have these 3 pillars I'm going to reveal to you, it won't probably succeed. In fact, it almost fail, okay? So pillar. You got to make sure that there's a product that people want. Sounds really simple, but it's a lot easier said than it is done. And here's a quick case study. You guys probably know of Google Eyewear, or Google, the company. In 2007, they were about a $12 billion company. And they spent $3.5 billion developing the Google Eyewear glasses. And they thought it was going to be a great idea. And these executives were going around like pumping this thing. And what happened was, it's really interesting. The early adopters that were these units and they were trying them out to kind of do like a beta study for Google were finding that there was so many glitches in the software that it didn't work. So they were annoyed that it wasn't working the way that it was supposed to. And it just kind of, they said, yeah, screw this. And they left it at home. And then those people that actually could bear the problems, techie stuff, they would go into these movie theaters. And the owners of the movie come out and say, sir, I'm sorry, you can't bring those glasses into our movie theater because you're going to film the movie and it's against the copyright and sorry, you come in with those glasses. It happened in shopping markets and movie theaters and all over. And so the product died and it didn't work. It wasn't a product that people wanted, and it cost Google billions of dollars. Okay, so making sure there's a product that people want is very important. And before moving to the second pillar and secret number one, I just want to ask, would you trade $5 for $100? If you would trade $5 for a $100 bill, please write yes in the chat roll right now. I'm going to take a drink. Awesome. So you guys get it, right? So why did I share that with you? Well, you have to have something called a high converting sales funnel. Now, question is, what's a sales funnel? Because I had no idea, right? And the answer is, according to Webster, a sales funnel is a series of online steps that turns your potential customers into paying customers. It walks them through the sale online just like you would do it in person, okay? And it's just like taking a $5 bill, putting it into a machine, like a slot machine, for example, or an ATM or whatever, and getting out a $100 bill, right? So that's pretty awesome. You can put $5 in, and online you can get returns like. And so how do they work exactly? That was the thing I wanted to know, how it work, right? So let's say you have Bob, the potential customer, and he's like browsing on the internet and he comes across an ad on his social media. Looks something like this, a little video that plays for 4 minutes, a little blurb about what this person's doing. That's actually me. And then if Bob's interested, he's going to click on a link, and the link's going to take him to what they call an opt-in page. This is a web page that we're going to build for you, and simply it would be where you click yes, save my spot. You probably saw something similar to that if you're here right now, and it asks for a name and an email, okay? And then what happens is you're driven into an online webinar or a workshop or a broadcast or whatever, like this one is right now, okay? So you're here. This should prove to you that this system works. And once you go through the webinar, if everything makes sense and it's logical and good about it, then you click on the like you saw, and it's going to take you to a checkout page, and then you would put your credentials in and you're done. Now, this saves a tremendous amount of time and energy and resources in terms of marketing, advertising, and selling and all that other stuff, and it gives you the ability to build your own business because you have a system that's kind of all done for you. So anyway, that's the second pillar. That's how the online sales funnels work. And now for pillar number 3. Pillar number 3 is an interesting how you have to find high quality traffic. And I never really understood what traffic was. So here's an example that will help you. Traffic is simply people going to a website and browsing the website. So if you're on Amazon for something to buy, then you're considered Amazon's traffic, okay? So for example, let's pretend you are promoting a course that teaches women how to potty train their toddlers. What would you say, in your opinion, would be the best source of getting traffic, okay, finding people to come to your website? Do you want the traffic or the people coming from wherever, from a Facebook moms group going to your website? Or do you want traffic coming from a Hot Rod website? Facebook moms or Hot Rod in the chat roll right now? Awesome, you guys got it. Perfect. And then you get paid. It's as easy as that, guys. The 3 secrets, right? You got to have a product that people want. You got to hook that product up with a sales funnel that converts, a high converting sales funnel that drives people through a process. And then you got to have high quality traffic that goes through that process that actually buys your offer, okay? And now you're probably wondering, like, yeah, that sounds all right, Sean. I understand, like, logically how it works, but isn't it really expensive to get going? Don't you need to buy software and find a product and pay a developer if you don't know anything? And the answer is yes. I mean, if you do it on your own, it can be very expensive. I know people that have spent $1,000 in their first month. I've seen people spend $100,000 in 12 months and make a dime. In fact, there's a guy that I know in our inner circle group that Coach Odom talked about, and he spent probably $250,000, and just last month he made his first $700 online. Well, yes, he did it on his own, and it's very expensive. And you're like, okay, I get that, but like, check it out. Don't most internet businesses fail? And the answer is yes. unless you have those 3 pillars put together. Here's a couple examples. I have a friend named Luke, and Luke wanted to get into e-commerce. That's where you would actually find a physical product and hook it up with a manufacturer and then sell those products on the internet. And so what he did was he went and he found a kind of a pretty interesting product, and he started putting it all together. He got a bunch of shipments, came in, and he stored it in his garage, and he was like, so then he actually hired out a developer to build a sales funnel. He built a nice sales funnel, but he didn't know how to get the traffic. He had no idea how to master social media advertising, and his business failed within 90 days of getting started. And so he just didn't have one of those pillars. Here's another example. Steve had a sales training product, and it was like the greatest product I've ever seen, and there's a huge market for it. And so I remember Steve going out and like he was doing live presentations, and every time he would do one, there'd be a bunch of people that would just get involved. And so then he wanted to take it online, and he wanted to see if he could blow it out. But he didn't get it. He didn't understand that he needed that second pillar. He needed that high converting sales funnel so he could get the people that were very interested, the high quality traffic, to go through the sales funnel and see the thing and make the purchase. So he also failed. He took about 6 months, but he also failed as well. So here's Wes and Rachel, okay? So Wes and Rachel, Wes is in the military, and he says, I stumbled across this amazing community when I was at a low point in my life, and I thought it was a scam. Skeptical, I jumped on the webinar, and after learning about the 3 pillars, it was a no-brainer, so I got involved. It's been one of the best decisions of my life. I've met some amazing people who have helped me learn a skill set that will pay me for the rest of my life. I'm an active duty military member. I'll also say that I'm an online entrepreneur in this amazing community. Think about that, guys. Here's Wes. He came out of the military. He had a specialized skill set. Okay, he was good at I don't quite remember what he was into, but I think it was like artillery, cool stuff. And he moved into the civilian world, and his specialized skills in artillery did not transfer into the civilian lifestyle. So he ended up having a security officer job, and that's the story I hear over and over and over, and it sucks. And he stumbled across a video, just like we stumbled across a video, came into this thing, super skeptical, got started, guys. In the last 6 months, this guy has made probably $40,000 or $50,000 with our business. It's been just amazing to watch him grow. Now he's living in an RV, traveling around the U.S., doing the things that he wants to do with his wife and beautiful kids. So it's pretty awesome. So a quick recap. You got to have a product, right? That's the people must want that product. You have to have a high converting sales funnel, and then you also must have something called high quality traffic. And if you don't have any of those, your business will not make it on the internet. And I've seen hundreds of case studies of this guy. I've researched it, and you'll find anyone in this community will tell you the same thing. So moving on to secret number 2, how do you create rapid results with or without experience? So of course you can do it the hard way. We call the hard way doing it on your own, okay? Now, if you're to do it on your own, 2 things are going to happen. You're going to spend an awful lot of time learning software. You're going to spend an awful lot of time trying to bug things, getting headaches, being frustrated, not being able to spend time with your love, your kids, your animals, whatever, going traveling, because you're trying to make this thing work. You got to connect the dots, and it's a pretty challenging thing if you've never done it before. And if you don't want to spend time, pay an absurd amount of have these guys online go do it for you. Time they do it, some of the time they don't. There's a lot of people out there that do like to pull one over, and so you're looking at on your own. You're going to spend a lot of time and you're going to spend a lot of money trying to get it right. And so if you did it the hard way, I'm just going to give some actual physical numbers. This is important. On your own, here, first and foremost, you're going to need some sort of a program that can help build websites. We use a program called ClickFunnels. Okay? That program runs anywhere between $89 a month up to $300 a month. And you have to have and know how it works intimately. But the cool best part is that that's included with our system. That's awesome. Once you have the website done, okay, let's say your own, now you're going to have to figure out a way to talk to the people that come to your website. Well, how do you do that? We use a program called Aweber. It's called an autoresponder, which means it automatically sends emails and message stuff. And that program runs anywhere from $60 a month all the way up to about $220, okay? And again, this is included in our system. And then, of course, now that you've got these people, let's say you made it through those 2 gauntlets, and now you're in the 3rd gauntlet. Like, how do you track people? How do you know where they're going from one place to another? And how do you, targeted messages that are going to be in their best interest and provide them value? Well, we use a program called ClickMagick to track everything, and that thing's $792 a year, okay? Again, this is included with our system, right? And then you're going to need some sort of a form of a webinar jam or Zoom or GoToWebinar or some other program out there. We use Webinar Jam. You are on a Webinar Jam, right? This program's $397 a year, but again, it's included in our system. So total, if you're to do this on your own, guys, you're looking upwards of $7 grand a year continually to make your online work. Okay, those are the tools that you would need as a bare minimum, right? We spend way more, but that's a bare minimum. You could get going with that. And these things are all included in our system, which is awesome. And tonight I'm going to share a new way and a better way. And that better way is called the Global Affiliate Zone, all right? And the Global Affiliate Zone has a 90% all-inclusive system that takes out all of the tough stuff, all of the software, the programming, the development, the finding a product, all that other stuff that you would have like a headache trying to do on your own. It's all included, right? And so for secret number 2, what's really cool about the system is if you're a competitive person, we have a way that you can compete against everybody else in the community, okay? Secondly, all those software links and the matching, all that stuff, we give you all of that. It's all put into one place, so you don't have to go buy 7 different pairs of softwares to match them up and make it work, right? Next, the best part is some people ask me, hey, Sean, if I got involved, like, do I have to do my own videos and stuff? No, you don't, okay? We give you all the video ads that you could need, the ad copy, the landing pages, all the stuff that you would need to make this thing work. It's included in our system, guys. And of course, remember I mentioned ClickMagick for the tracking. Here you go. We have it built in to our program in our back office, which is pretty sick. And what's even better than that is we have several people that are on staff 24 hours a week that if you have a question, you can enter. Now that's the customer support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're also going to be assigned a coaching staff, which you can call anytime you want. You have people on your coaching staff that help you from A to Z, from soup to nuts, cradle to grave, whatever you want to call it. Lastly, one of the most powerful things that we have here is that some of the best social media training that you'll come across. We start with Facebook simply because it's the easiest and the fastest to get the newest person results, which is you, and exactly how to do that. What's cool about this is that, like, for example, Melissa and myself have spent over 60 grand just this year learning how all the internet marketers out this and we their programs and learn their knowledge, combined it into our training. So when you get it, when you finish, you'll have more knowledge than 90% of any other internet marketer that's out there. Even just having that skill set gives you the ability to print an income on demand, okay? And so now you're probably thinking, dang, this sounds like a pyramid. Well, again, not a pyramid, right? We have an affiliate marketing offer where we have a product, we find the people, we match the people, get paid a commission for that, right? The pyramid structure, if you looked at anything from the government down to any big corporate jobs, that is more of a pyramid structure than what we are. I can assure you of that. Okay. And so now you're thinking, well, does this work for everyone? And the answer is no, it doesn't work for everyone. And here's why. Let's say, for example, you're at that where things are okay. Things are just okay. You have enough to pay the bills. You have enough, maybe have a little bit extra where you can take a trip every now and again, a little weekend trip somewhere. You have the ability to save up for 50 weeks so you can take a 2-week vacation, and then you have to worry about bills and you have to do all that kind of stuff, and you're comfortable, right? And so like this, you say, okay, well, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm just gonna maybe I'll get my toe in the water. Those people typically win here, okay? Sometimes they do, but most of the time they don't. Now, on the other hand, if you have had that moment in your life, that defining moment, that in the sand, maybe your boss told you you were a piece your spouse decided to leave you because she was like, you're never going to make anything of yourself, whatever that is. If you have that line in the sand, finally sick and tired. I had a great story. Days ago, I was speaking with this young lady. Her name's Jillian, and telling me she's a real estate agent, and they hustle pretty hard. And her daughter had like the recital, and so she was in the car, and she was going to an open house, and her assistant never put the dance recital on her, so she didn't even know her 7-year-old daughter sitting in the front seat was expecting to go to the dance. And what happened was driving, they get on the highway, and the 7-year-old looks at her mom, what are you doing? This isn't the way to the dance recital. And she goes, you don't have dance tonight. And she goes, because you're always working. You're always on the, never listening to me. You don't pay attention. All you do is work. What the hell? That's a 7-year-old, right? That sucks. Just hearing that story gave me the heebie-jeebies, and I was like, oh my gosh, you need another way. You need to figure something else out. She'd hit that point. She had that burning desire deep down because that burned her, right? Her 7-year-old's telling her, you suck because you work all the time. And unfortunately, the 7-year-old doesn't even understand that it's all for her, right? But you can't tell a 7-year-old that. So Jillian was in tears when she's on the phone with me. And you know, she's hit that line in her life where she's like, yes, I need something new, different, that I can actually get behind, and I can allow myself the free time to go to the dance recital. I don't have to answer the 17 phone calls that I just got. Those are the people this is going to explode for, okay? And now you're saying, okay, I get that. Well, can anyone make money doing this? And the answer to that one is yes. All you have to do is show up and keep showing up, right? 90% done, guys. And now you're saying, okay, well, if it's that easy, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, does everyone that you know that has a gym membership, are those people, are they all like Mr. and Mrs. Fitness? No. The same thing, right? You got to keep showing up. It's really important. Here's A&M, all right? If this doesn't give you belief, then nothing will. She says, I honestly didn't think I could do this. I'm 67 and retired, but still hungry to do something big for myself. I had a lot of fear in my non-technical abilities, but I'm really surprised at how easy this is and how much my coaching staff supports me. My biggest relief, I can watch the videos over until I get it right. Then I get to move. I've been involved for 5 months, and I'm consistently making $1 to $3 grand per month. My business is ready to explode. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Think about that, guys. Here's a 67-year-old that was born without even internet in her life. There wasn't even television back then or phone. All of a sudden, she climbs online at 67 years old, and she starts making herself $1 to $3 grand a month. Like, if she can do it, I know you can do it. If we can do it, I know you can do it too. So, quick recap, secret number 2. How do you create rapid results with or without experience? You got to find a system that does the hard parts for you. So, who here has is just awesome, right? Yes, in the chat roll. Right. Sweet, getting it. All right, on to secret number 3 here. Eliminate your search for the right starting point, okay? Now, when we got started, we were like this guy. We're like, oh, God, where do we start? What's going to happen? And we were completely paralyzed with fear. We didn't know where to start. We didn't know what to do or anything else. And we didn't even know, like, okay, we knew we needed to sell a product because then that makes it legit when you're actually selling a product that people need and want. We didn't know what product to pick, and we didn't even know who to trust. That was the bigger thing, right? Like, because there's a lot of people out there that are online. You see them all the time, I'm sure. They're like, hey, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah? What are your results? Show them to me, and then I'll make my own decision, right? And we were told by a guy that we thought, you know, he had been referred to us through a friend and said, hey, you know, listen to this guy. And we had a consultation. We paid him, I think it was like $200 for an hour phone call. And he said, look, man, you got to go find a product. You want to get online, and you need to go find a product through an affiliate network. Now, I had no idea what an affiliate network was. And basically, an affiliate network is like one of these: New Cash, ClickBank, Max Bounty, ClickSure, Commission Junction. The list goes on and on. What these places are is a supermarket of products that you can pick and choose and sell on the internet. Okay, so imagine a supermarket, walking into a supermarket. You're like, oh, okay, weight loss program. I'm going to grab that one. And then you take that product, and then you go back and you build that awesome sales funnel, and you figure out how to get the traffic off and running, right? We research, and here's the thing with these guys, we were not happy with the commission payouts, right? Here's the average of commission payouts in the home and garden niche. We just took this picture like 2 days ago, put it on here so you could see it. This is off ClickBank, and you can see the average sale in the blue boxes, anywhere from 35 to 65 bucks in commission. Now, our goal had organically grown. Remember, I told you in the beginning, 2 streams of income at $3,000. Well, that's 6,000. We just extended it. We want to start making 10 grand a month. That was our goal. And in order to make 10 grand a month with an average sale at 50 bucks, that would be 200 sales. Number shocked me. And I was like, man, that's so many sales, like 200 people every single month to make 10 grand. Like, that's not worth, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Or you could stumble in a system like it, and you could make 9 sales a month and still make that amount of money. Now, 9 to me is a much better number than 200. Wouldn't you agree? So let me ask, which would you prefer, 9 sales or 200 sales, right? 9 or 200 in the chat roll right now. Obviously less work. You know, that's what I thought when we were looking at this thing, but you guys are getting it. 9, there it is. Perfect. And so the last piece of secret number 3, guys, you have to find somebody that has the results that you want, okay? I was listening to an audio of one of our mentors that I've never met before. Mentors are cool because, like, you can, Sam Walton, right? Sam Walton started Walmart. Greatest example ever. He wrote a book called Made in America, and it's his cumulative knowledge of how he made $0 to $160 billion in a lifetime. Like, that's a pretty valuable book, right? He could be a mentor. You don't have to go meet the guy. You can read his book and get a lot of his knowledge. And one of my mentors once told me, I was listening to this audio program, I was telling you, he said, show me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you who you are. I was like, wait a minute, that makes a lot of sense because my 5 closest friends have about the same financial results that I do. And I was like, okay, well, maybe if I change my 5 closest friends, because I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm becoming more aware, and I go find people that make 10 grand a month, I can make 10 grand a month too. And that's exactly what happened here. So the 4-step roadmap, find a mentor that has the results that you want. Mentor, but the one that has the results that you want, and then listen to him, right? Get in his way, figure out what he's doing or she's doing, and listen, and then take action. Do what they say to do. And of course, if that doesn't work, that's okay, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're trying things. Review the results, make some changes, and take more action. That's what it's about. And check it out, guys. The Global Affiliate Zone, again, is 90% completed for you. It includes the mentorship. Remember what I said, the missing piece in all of my journey was that there was no mentor. There was no guidance anywhere. Our program has that built in, and not only built in from actual people that are crushing it online, people that are using this system to crush it online. So they've walked the path that you're about to embark on, and it's just, it's epic. And it includes a community where you belong. I can tell you this for a fact, the people that have gotten involved with this have become some of the closest of my life now. And we, of course, include the ticket, the high ticket offer. You don't have to even think about choosing a product. The business model is sound. Is saying that's interesting, but what if I don't have enough time? What if I work a full-time job, Sean? With me, like, how much time is this going to take? What if I'm a full-time mom? Maybe I have 5 kids, right? Let me ask, how much time do you spend on Facebook each day? Experts say the average person spends anywhere from 3 to 4 hours per day on Facebook. What if you take that time and make it into a profit time for you, right? And now you're thinking, okay, well, what's the community all about? Community is it's a group of people that have the right mind going in the right direction at the right time. Okay. And I don't know if you know who John Wooden is, but he's one of the greatest basketball coaches of all times. And he's a college basketball coach. And what was really cool about John Wooden is he designed the system. What I mean by that is he had the perfect system of how to teach people to win at basketball. And he would take these stars or these stars and he would make them start from day one and go step by step. So they learned his system to win. And so everybody came to the system at the other end, all on the same page, all with the same mindset, the same direction, the same wants and results and desires. And all of a sudden it created this massive culture where everybody's helping everybody to win. And that happens here. So let me ask you guys, if you had that 1 to 3 hours per day on Facebook that you're spending, would you have 1 to 3 hours per day to make $1,000 a month? If you would, write yes in the chat roll right now. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's move on. Here's Eric C. Check this guy out. He's a stud. Lives in California. After discovering the mentors and the system, everything changed. I struggled for over 10 years in the online industry, failing over and over again. Since starting, generated $135,000 of income in just 5 months. My biggest month has been $55,640. How life has changed. So grateful for the leadership, family, and systems. You guys truly help the newest person generate an income online by their own design. This is a guy who's been online before. He was online for 10 years and never made a dime. Finds our system, and because of his prior skill set and knowledge, he's able to this program and this platform that we've put in place and explode the thing. And so again, quick recap of all 3 secrets. Number 1, the secret hack to making online businesses work. You guys must have, if you're going to climb online anywhere, you got to have pillars, okay? You got to have a product. You got to have a high converting sales funnel, and you definitely have to have traffic. I can assure you of that. Secondly, how do you create rapid results with or without experience? You find a system that's already working and you run the play, right? We already have the system. We have experts that are making 7 figures a month online that design the thing, guys. We were a product of the system too, just like you'll be. And then secret number 3, how do you eliminate your search for the right starting point? Well, that's easy. You find a mentor. You find somebody that has the results that you want. Our community is rich with those people. Like, there's lots of them here. So let me ask you a question, guys. It's been about 45 minutes. I've gone through a lot of theory. You guys understand now what's necessary to build the model behind building a proper, successful online business. Do I have your permission to share our personal business model, how it works and everything else? If I do, please write yes in the chat roll. I just want your permission so I can keep going. Okay, great. All right, here we go. So if you plugged in and you were given a product that people wanted, and you were given a proven high converting sales funnel to use, and you were shown how to generate high quality traffic quickly and efficiently, and you were trained by existing 6 and 7 figure earners online, how fast would you be able to replace your income and create a life by design? Now, I'm assuming if you're only even able to do 10% of anything on that page, you could have success online, but we have it all in one place, right? And again, remember guys, our goal is to put your face on this picture. We love celebrating success with new people. Getting success, killing that 9 to 5, kill that job. And here's what you're going to get. First off, you're going to get our Internet Mastery Masterclass with ongoing mentorship, okay? Now that includes how to conquer those 3 pillars, how to create your own 6-figure online business. We're going to give you step-by-step video training to walk you through the setup, and we're going to give you stealth Facebook and social media strategies to get you making money quickly. And we're going to give you access to our Sleeping Giant product that pays commissions of $4,000 per customer, okay? And now who does this work for, guys? If you've tried and failed at building a business on the internet, this is for you. If you've never tried building a business on the internet, this is definitely for you. Remember, the internet doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you're black or white or Asian or Mexican or black or green or blue or whatever color. It doesn't matter how much you weigh. None of that matters, right? And if you're still unsure, don't worry. You'll have live weekly trainings that we just randomly give to the community, and you'll have private access to a bunch of experts, right? So the Internet Mastery class is valued at $4,997 with the ongoing mentorship. Next, you're going to get state-of-the-art marketing system, GAZ, the 90% all-inclusive. This has the high-converting, high-ticket offer included. We build your website for you and your landing pages and all the other techie stuff. We're going to set up your autoresponder for you. You don't have to touch it. We're going to build relationships with your list for you, which is yours, right? We're going to complete the sales presentations for you. You don't have to do that. And guys, we close sales for you. And we your coaching calls so you never get on the phone. All you have to do is run your ads, follow the training click by click. Okay? So you're going to be able to grow your business on autopilot 24/7. You're going to master social media advertising within about 30 days. You're going to quickly be able to generate an income, and you can relax, there's stress. Awesome. You can spend with your, and you'll be able to get rid of a bunch of stuff. If you've tried online before, you probably are familiar with some of this, but there's things like and email autoresponders and text message autoresponders and pro stuff out the window, right? And he saved, when we started, saved us over $7,000 a year. Okay, check it out. Here's what this tool will save you: the exact same amount. That you could start with a program that right that is going to save you $7. You could put it and make $100,000 with it. I've seen it done. And so, man, what if I need help with the software? Well, guys, just like A&M, that 67-year-old click-by-click system, you can watch the videos as many times as you like. Okay, cool. Well, do the people on my list belong to me? And the answer is yes. I would say % plus of programs keep those leads. They don't give them to you. Don't give you the people on your list. They keep them for them. But here, store them for you. So go past the 10%, you will. We show you how to take those leads and actually make something happen with them. Okay. And so here's what you're going to get. Again, the mastery class, and now you're going to get the state-of-the-art market, $1,997. Total value $69.94. And now this sounds too good to be true. Scam alert. Is this a scam, Sean? Tell me the truth. Well, just to prove it to you, first off, just understand that we were recently published in the Huffington Post. That's a major publication in the world, and I can assure you that they had a bunch of experts go through that are way smarter than me, probably way smarter than you, evaluating this system to make sure that it was not a scam, and they ended up writing an article about us, okay? And so even to prove it further, we're going to give you the Scam Killer e-guide so you can quickly identify scam artists in 3 simple steps. And in that book, it's going to share the 4 major scam hooks, the 5 things to do if you've been scammed, the scam checklist, the secret questionnaire that you can ask those people to make sure it's not a scam, the scam report file, and a list of known scams and more. We're giving this to you. Use it on our system. Prove it to yourself. And so what you're going to get here, guys, is the masterclass valued at $49.97. The marketing system for $19.97, and the Scam Killer e-guide for $197, valued at $71.91. What else could we give you? You're almost there, but what happens if you get stuck, right? Don't worry, because we're going to give you a VIP all-access badge that's going to help you save time, energy, and be able to cut through the red tape. We're going to give you access to 6 and 7 live weekly trainings a week. We have about 3 of them. Hands-on one coaching and mastermind groups, because time is expensive, and here's what you're going to get. The masterclass, $49.97, state-of-the-art marketing system for $19.97, the Scam Killer e-guide at $97, and the VIP all badge, $19.97. Give you, right? That's a total value of over $9,000. What else can we give? Maybe, what if we gave you a map? Not only are we going to give you all that stuff, but here's a +1. We're going to give you a roadmap, okay? And what you're going to do is as you click the orange button, it's coming up shortly, hang on for it. You're going to go to a checkout page that asks for your credentials. As soon as you put those in, you're going to go into a program that's going to ask you to book a strategy coaching session with an expert, okay? The coaching staff's going to be assigned to you, people that have already had the results, built-in mentorship. Those people that are going to get on the phone with you hold you accountable. So you will succeed as long as you're taking the action and doing the necessary steps. And that call is going to be at least 30 minutes, if not longer. And they're going to build you a sweet game plan that you can walk step by step. Okay, so again, you get the masterclass, $49.97, the state-of-the-art marketing system for $19.97, the Scam Killer e-guide for $197, the VIP all-access badge for $19.97, 30-minute expert strategy for $497, plus you're going to have access to our high-ticket offer, guys. It's priceless, and that's a value of $9,685, okay? And if all this did was give you the ability to design your life the way you wanted it, would it be worth it? What if you could take 4-day weekends every week? What if you could take 5-day weekends every week? Would it be worth it to you? If all this did was afford you the chance to buy your own home or maybe even rent a vacation home whenever you wanted because you have the time and the money, would that be worth it? Like, have you ever wanted to go to the beach? Have you ever wanted to take your family to Disneyland? Like, would it be worth it then, right? Or maybe just let's back down and let's say if all this did was create an extra $1,000 a month, would it be worth it? What does an extra $1,000 a month do for your family? Does it alleviate your bills at home? Does it give you the chance to take your wife on a smoking hot date, to some fancy restaurants? You can get all dolled up and have a great night. What's $1,000 a month extra? What's $12,000 a year extra to you? Is it college tuition or tuition for your kiddo? And if every day was a Saturday, like what would that be worth to you? Would it be, every day a Saturday? Would it be worth like $5,000 a month to you? Would it be worth $10,000 a month to you? Like every Saturday? How much would you pay Lifestyle by Design? I know I'd pay a lot. And we simply plugged in, guys. We fired our bosses in 95 days, made our first 6 figures in 7 months with no experience. We earned $300K first 12 months, and we helped over 500 people make their first paycheck online. Okay? And it's all because of this opportunity. It's like nothing else that you could find anywhere. And so now I'm breaking every record in the industry because we put all the hard stuff together and let these people and hustle this thing and make it happen, right? And I'm sure you'd agree that it's a good deal even at $5,000, and it's usually $99 just for the general public. But because you're special, because guys, you took time out of your Monday night to be here with us, get started for $99 a month. $99 a month. You can come up with $99 a month, extremely easy. Go drive for Uber, mow some lawns, take out some yard trashes, do whatever, babysit if you need to. $99, guys. $99 per month. Click that orange button. It's going to drop down in the chat roll. Again, if you're on your mobile device, it will minimize. Just click that button and get going. Normally, just speaking with a 6 or 7 figure online earner would cost you $497 for an hour. I paid $250. Okay. There isn't a better offer online. I know because we've spent over 45 grand looking. And our system is proven to work. You're the only variable. As long as you keep showing up, this does work. Okay? Now you have 2 choices. First option, do nothing and let this stuff keep you up at night. Okay? Don't take this leap of faith, which, by the way, is 100% risk-free. Or the second option is you just pony up the small investment right now compared to all the value that I just shared with you and give it a shot. Right? I think you guys would agree with this. If we can't help you make money, then we don't deserve yours, right? So again, you get a 14-day guarantee. Sign up today, and if you don't for any reason, and I don't care if it's 13 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now, just let me know and give you your money back, no questions asked. Just click the button and get started. When you do click that orange button, you're going to come to a page like this. 2 things I wanted to share with you. Number 1, you take no risk. Guys, you have 14 days to give this thing a shot. If it's for you, you'll know, okay? If it's not for you, no problem. We'll give you your money back. Number 2, we are very secure. That's what the HTTPS part stands for. We've been in business for a long time now, so everything is definitely secure. So just like any other major program that's out there. And the real question comes down to this. Is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which, if it even does half of what I've claimed today, it'll pay for itself as soon as you get your ads running. Click the orange button. What you're going to get, guys, one last time, you're going to get the mastery class for $997. You're going to get the marketing system for $1997, the Scam Killer e-guide for $197, the VIP all access badge for $1997, a 30-minute strategy coaching call for $497, plus access to our built-in high-ticket offer. Total value of $9,685. Okay, guys? So get started right now for $9 per month. We're actually jumping in now to a live Q&A session. So if you have questions, definitely drop those in the chat roll. And we're going to share a few success stories. We're going to bring a few out. So Chris, I'm going to unshare my screen here, buddy. Take over for just a second.
All right, there we go.
Okay, cool. All right. Guys, so if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat roll right now. Our first story is going to be from Mr. Chris Baden himself. This guy's a stunner. I love hearing this guy's story. I learn something every time I listen to him. So, Chris, take it away, man.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for hanging out this whole night. And there's some great questions in the chat. I know there's a couple that I said, hey, go ahead and ask those questions later. This would be the time to ask those for sure. So I'm Chris, the Idea Guy, and 14 months ago, I started I'll call it a journey online. And here we go. I got this light up here that I just got. I'll turn that on so you can see me a little better. I looked at my wife, and she was sitting. My son was 2 weeks old at the time, and it's our first. Now he's 14 months old roughly, and we have our second on the way, due in a month. We're super excited and nervous. But at the time, Emmett, our son, 2 weeks old. She's recovering and nursing and sitting in a chair, and I'm standing in front of a whiteboard. I love whiteboards. Like, check this out. There you go. You can never have too many. Just think about, like, is this idea of going online a really good idea, or am I insane? And what I learned after 14 months, this is important, that both are true. It is a good idea. I am a little insane. But the internet's powerful, and like, just really, really simply put, like, just to keep, like, oh, what's going on? How do you do it? How is it working? Like we simply are selling products online, and instead of going to a mall or building a store, it's like we're online, so we can communicate to the world. And the really powerful way to start is just using Facebook. There's other platforms, but if you know how to marry those two together, you have this ability to reach thousands of people by the hour, minimum by the day. And if they are directed towards the products that you're selling, then you can make commissions. And I think Sean had some stat on that, like 8 or 9 out of every transaction that's done online now, there's some affiliate or commission done for that. And that's where that left me thinking, like, well, yeah, of course, I get it. The internet works, online works. Yeah, for Walmart, for Amazon, for Target, for the big people that have businesses. I didn't realize someone like myself could actually start like a small business online and then grow and scale to the level that I wanted to. So that was the big epiphany that I had. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is possible. Like, someone like me can do this. And now for the last 14 months, my wife stays at home. I'm the sole provider. Like I said, we have 2 kids and able to travel. We'll probably do a little less traveling now for the rest of the year with our second coming. But I've been to Nicaragua in January, went to Dallas in February, went to Hawaii, end of March, early April, going to Idaho next week. And we took another like 2-week trip to Canada. We took another 2-week trip to Northern California for the music school. My wife's a singer. And so we definitely wanted to be able to be mobile. This has been a huge impact. I never would have heard about this if it wasn't for Sean and Mel, who's going to jump back on here and bring out our next guest in just a second. I want you guys to hear from more people. There's just a lot of great stories that are coming from all different aspects of life. And fortunately, mine was corporate America and now is in this completely new and amazing internet world.
I think we just jump out really quick before Amy comes out and answer a few questions. So keep your pretty face there. But first of all, Laura asked, what products do you guys sell? So we actually have a exclusivity agreement with the manufacturers we work with, but they are physics, and they're like the main one that we usually start people with, because there's a bunch of different choices, is in the health niche. After you go through that $99 a month, basically the 14 days, you're going to go through kind of an process. What that means is you'll watch a video about how our community works in depth, like super in depth, it's about an hour and a half long. You're going to complete a 10-question survey. That 10-question survey is simply for us to understand where you're at in your life. So we know that you're here at point A and you're trying to get over here to point B. And then we're going to use that as a map and kind of help build you a game plan. We can help you get to achieving those goals. And then after that, you're actually going to also see another video, which is going to explain the products and how that all fits together. And we don't actually have time to go into it now, otherwise we would, but that could be a 3-hour webinar. And I respect your guys' time here. So I hope that answers that question, Laura. Rich, what's the commitment after the 14 days? Is it a 12-month deal at $99 or what? Richard, there is no commitment with our program. We hate contracts. We don't believe in them. So it's just $99 a month commitment. So it's one at a time, right? So that'll answer that one. Bethany asks what products. Already answered that one. What's the commitment? Answer that one. And then Heather says, will you have another webinar that goes more in depth on how the system works? Yeah. So as soon as you get involved at the $99 amount, you'll have the ability to go through that series and explain everything you need to know. Okay, so let's see. Josh asks, is there not the risk of your program becoming oversaturated? Chris kind of answered that, but no. There's almost 2 billion people on Facebook alone every month. So in our organization, yeah, I predict that this community could grow to probably 500,000 people before we even thought about looking at it getting saturated. Maybe way more than that, but I'm not sure. Right now, we currently only have less than, I think. Chris, what's the number, man? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, so I think we have anywhere between like 2 to 4 people right now in our community. There's a lot of room to run, Josh, so no biggie. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring out Miss Amy Claire. Amy was actually on one of those slides earlier. She's a feature story with us. Amy, come on now, share your story.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I was an IT manager for an international company. And being international meant that I had teams in other countries in Asia and in Europe. So because of that, I would work crazy hours, like 16 to 20 hours a day sometimes, because of having to deal with all these teams in different countries, different time zones. And you can only do that for so long before you just can't keep that up. The stress level was crazy, especially with all the things that the company wanted me to do with not enough resources. So I started looking around. At first, I was looking at franchises until I got to the franchise agreements and realized that a brick and mortar store has to be open the hours of the shopping mall or shopping center, and that's usually 80 hours a week. So how was I, as a sole business owner, going to keep a store open 80 hours a week by myself? Because it takes a while before you can find a manager you can rely on. So I realized that that wasn't going to be any better than the job I was trying to get myself out of. So I figured, all right, that's not going to work. So I was sitting there one night all frustrated because I had no other ideas. And I was just flipping through my news feed and I found an ad similar to the one that you clicked to come to this webinar. And I came to a webinar very similar to this. That was almost a year ago. It was right around Thanksgiving time. And I clicked on the ad, which I normally didn't do. I watched the ad itself. It was a video. I went and registered for the webinar. I attended the webinar, and it answered all the gaps that I wasn't able to close before in order to get out of my corporate job. So I joined pretty quickly. And I went ahead and got started in January because the holidays kind of got in the way between family and stuff like that. So I really started in earnest in January after the holidays. And each month I made more money than the month before until June got here. And then in June, I realized I was making as much or more money than my corporate job. So because of that, I was like, well, okay, this actually, I couldn't find anything wrong in the 5 months that I had been doing it. I kept looking. I was like, there's got to be a catch somewhere. There's got to be something I'm not seeing. I never found anything like that. And I just kept going. And at month 5, when I realized I was making enough money to replace my corporate pay, I went ahead and gave my notice. And July 7th was my last day at the corporate job, and I started doing this full time. And the month of July, as Sean showed you on one of those fire pages, I had my first $10,000 month. So now I have my time designed my way. My days go the way I want. I have time to do the things I've always wanted to do, go the places I've always wanted to go. And I really do have the life by my own design. So even if you're just on the fence and you're not sure which way to go, click on that orange button and check it out for the 14 days. I didn't see it as a large risk because I had my job. I figured worst case, I got out of it and I went back to my job, and I just kept my job longer until I figured something else out. But it turns out this was the best thing I ever did.
Awesome, Amy. Thank you so much for sharing that story. I appreciate that. About to bring out another really fancy young lady. She's got a great story. But before we do that, I'm just going to answer 3 quick questions here. Elise asks, will it always be $99 a month? Elisa, let me ask you a question. Would you be willing to pay $99 every single month if you were making $10,000 every single month? The answer is yes. It's $99 every single month. Artemis asks, will there be another chance for this 99 offer? Artemis, yes, the replay will be up for 48 hours, and you'll be getting a replay through your email, so you can actually join from the email, but we're not sure what's going to happen after that, so you want to take action quickly. And the last question is, so how will they know if the sold or marketed by me? Sheena, that is where our system is amazing. It's all tracked electronically, so there's no way that we it up. So the next person I'd like to she walked into this community and just did out of the get-go. So Kayla, come out. Please share your story.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me? Am I okay? I know my internet was cutting in and out, so can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Yeah? Okay, cool. What's up, guys? I'm Kayla. I got started in this about 1.5 years ago, actually, so it's been quite a bit for me that I've been in this, but the thing I want to keep focused on is the fact that the newest person can plug in and do this. You don't have to have previous skill set of marketing or online or really even knowing anything of the ways of the internet world to be able to do this. All you really need is just the support and an actual system that can teach you exactly what you need to know. And that's what I needed when I found this. I wanted something that could teach me how to run Facebook ads, how to generate an income using the internet instead of having to go into an office, into 4 walls every single day that I didn't want to be there. So I hope that you can decide that making a change in your life is worth it, and trying something new might be scary, but it can also be the most beneficial thing for your entire life. Because if I didn't decide to make a change 1.5 years ago, I definitely wouldn't be sitting on here, and I wouldn't have been able to help so many people change and influence their life and go online permanently, which is so exciting, and I hope that you get to experience that too for yourself. So sign up with us, take action, check out what we have to offer, and if you don't like it, then you can opt out and get your 14-day money back. So thanks for having me on, and hope you guys join. Bye.
Yeah, thanks so much. Awesome story. I love hearing from you. She just actually spent like the whole month in Amsterdam running this business, just proving again that it's possible, guys. Like, it is possible to run this business truly from anywhere in the world. That's what it's about. Sharing your lovely story, seeing that girl come in here and just explode this business. And she came out of the dental field. You know, she came in and she learned the skill sets that she needed to learn. She paid attention. She kept showing up, like I said, presentation, and she hit her first 5-figure month. That's 10,000 or more in her 3rd month, and it's just continued to climb from there. And she's actually set a bunch of records in her community. So really grateful for her, having her here as a great example and leader. And she's actually changed a bunch of people's lives as well. So a couple other questions. Bethany says, "What if we can't afford the 99 today but want to do it?" Okay. So Bethany, again, like I mentioned, you're going to have a replay sent to you in your email. It's going to last about 48 hours. That's what the offer will be up there for. And if not, if it's going to be longer than 48 hours for you to come up with the $99 to get started and take a peek at this thing, then you can actually hit me up on Facebook. I'll actually drop my Facebook in the green box there here in a second. Just giving it to do that so you can see that on Facebook.com. There you go. All right, cool. So you can always drop me a message and I can relay it on Powers That Be and see what we can do to help you. Sheena says, do I have to do the webinars as well? Absolutely not, Sheena. That's included with the $99 a month, where we said that Webinar Jam platform where you do the presentations, yeah, that's all taken care of. All you have to do is walk in here and control your advertising. We teach you how to do that step by step through video, and you'll win. That's what it's about, guys. Keep showing up. This thing actually works. Okay, let's see. Is there any other ones? Are the in-depth training sessions within the first 14 days? Mandy, yes. The answer is yes to that question. Margarita asks, after 14 days, can you quit at any time? I can, about not getting money back after 14 days. Yeah, there are no contracts here. Remember, it is month. Every $99 gives you 30 days of access to the system. If you decided that it's not free time, you can just walk away. Let's see. Who else do we have?
Oh, still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, looks like Adam will be coming up next. He's just logging on right now. So
awesome. So guys, is there any other questions? Anything so far? Please just let's see. Are people buying from me? Do I have to myself? Richard asks. Richard, no. Okay. So again, what really happens is our system is an engine for you. And you're focused on the 10% marketing side or the advertising on the front end. And your job in the beginning is just to get people to see your advertising, which we provide for you. Click on your link, come to your web page. And when they register on your web page, they're on your list electronically to you. And then those people are then pushed through the process from the system. So the system handles the presentations, it handles the calls, and anything else from start to finish for you until you're ready to kind of move forward and learn more. At that stage, we'll have conversations with your coaching staff so you'll know exactly what you're doing, okay? Adam is another I love these guys so much. They're the original Power Parents, and they're are you out there? Pop your video on. Good. He's trying here. Let me tell a little bit of a story about them. He's a super guy. He was in school when he found this program, and his wife is a labor and delivery nurse. And he saw a video, came through this thing, and it made a lot of sense to him. Now, he's studying to be an engineer. That's a pretty smart one. But he's through it. He saw the model. He understood the program and the platform and how it all worked. And bang, as soon as he started, he was off and running to the races. Let's see. Adam, are you there? Having a little bit of connection. Chris, do you have him there? Or?
I don't have him on my side yet, but Jason and Bobby are logging in and should be up next.
All right, so while they're coming on, I got a few other questions. Thank you, Shanna, for asking. She says, can I use the system to build the business I'm currently involved in? I love and believe in my skincare products. Shanna, what I'll tell you is that the skill set that we're going to teach you is transferable to anything that's out there. Is our system available for you to use with your skincare products? The answer is no. Okay, we've got an exclusive agreement with a certain manufacturer that's over 45 years old, that has, distribution globally in over 125 countries. The products that we actually distribute on a global scale are protected by over 200 different patents. And that's one of the other reasons that we can't share that with you tonight. So what you can do, though, Shanna, is you can come in here and you can learn the skill set. Once you've learned and mastered that skill set, then you can turn around and use those skills in your other business on your own, but you can't utilize our system for your products. And Sheena says, how much can I earn in 14 days? Well, the answer there, it really depends on you, Sheena, because I don't know your work. I don't know, how fast you can learn, get through the basic training and do all this stuff and get it all set up. What's possible? We have a fellow named Brian Hodgson in our community, and in his first 4 days, he made $15,000. Okay, he had $200 left in his bank account. He was in Costa Rica. He called up Coach Odom and said, Coach Odom, I don't know what to do. I got $200. I can't pay my bills. My son and my girlfriend are back in Canada. I can't even make it back to see them. And Coach Odom said, here you go, dude, get started. He got started and crushed it out, made himself $15,000 in 4 days. I think that would answer your question. All right, looks like Adam and Paige made it on. So Adam and Paige, what's up, guys?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're perfect, man. Tell your story.
Cool. Hey, thanks. Sorry, we're a little bit dark tonight. We just got the girls down, and so we're just kind of trying to keep quiet here. Pretty interesting. We're living a life we never thought we'd be living. It's kind of amazing. We think about it every day, just waking up like we never thought we'd be here. So what's so different about our life? Well, right now we're living in a fifth wheel, which seems crazy, right? But the cool part is that we've built a business that allows us to live here full time. We can travel and work anywhere, right? So we can travel the world. We love hiking and backpacking. That's always been our thing. And so this is going to really free up our ability to go try and check out new areas. One of the things on our bucket list has just been seeing all the national parks. So we're really going to be able to do that with this trailer. We're super excited for the whole experience, kind of just getting our feet wet with the trailer, but it's been great. We started out kind of on the corporate track. I was working, going to school. My wife was working. She's a nurse working nights. And so we were kind of playing a rough juggling game with our little girls. And we just decided that was enough. We were sick of putting the girls in the back seat. And we really wanted to build a business that would allow us to put them first, so we could live a flexible schedule, so we can really be around for those important times, especially as they get older and get more involved in things that really want to be in their lives. And so we started looking for a way we could do that. We tried a few different things that just didn't work for us. When I saw this was something that really piqued my interest. And so I showed up, like most of you guys here, watched this workshop, and it just blew my mind. I just realized I had found a group of mentors that could really show me how to have that same kind of success online, how to build a business that would allow us to really create whatever we wanted. And so it was a no-brainer for me. I jumped in. Paige was a little bit hesitant at first, but I got going. And, you know, on the back end, I learned about all the training. I learned about the products and everything we do. And it just, I mean, it was just a great fit for us. We just went full speed after it. It took us a little while to kind of get things going, but once we kind of relying on the community and helping them guide us in the right direction, we've really started seeing the results that we've wanted. And it's just been an incredible experience. Like I said, we just bought a fifth wheel. We've moved into it. We've been in here for 2 months now.
Oh no. Looks like the internet connection wiped out, man. Sorry about that. If you pop back on, we'll let you finish up your story. You're telling us so good. Anyways, okay, who else do we got? Looks like we got Jason. This dude's a stud. Jason, you out there? As he's kind of sorting it out, guys. Let me know, Jason. Bring your screen up when you're good. And Richard asked, who developed the actual system, software funnels, etc.? Essentially, the founder. It was a collaborative effort between a group of expert internet marketers who all make 7 figures per month. And they were just sick and tired of not being able to duplicate the success for the newest person for you. And so the fellow's name's Cameron George. He's the kind of the mastermind behind the actual system. If you wanted to point to one guy, you could check him out. He's a super stud. And he had actually built a group of super leaders who all had a massive level of success. And then all of a sudden, everybody started exploding. So hopefully that answers that question, Richard. Chris, you were out there. What were you going to say?
Nothing. I was just testing my video. Jason and Bobby should be coming out. I think they had it. They just needed to turn their video on. So this is their first one. I'm really excited. Oh, did they make it?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for them to click the video on. I can't really see. I don't have controls.
Yeah, you guys are there can hear us. Just click the circles at the top. They should be blue. Yeah.
Oh, yay. All right. All right, guys. What's up? Oh, you got to turn your click the little microphone.
Turn your mic on too. We can't hear you. The circle in the middle. Circle in the middle. Click above.
The microphone. The circle in the middle.
You got us?
Yeah!
All right.
What's up, guys? Tell your story. I love you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. Love you. So our story, I don't know, it's pretty like close to anybody else's. Like we were kind of skeptical about getting online and didn't know really what to do. We kind of tried a few things and they did not work for us. There was no training. We, heard a little bit about this from Chris and saw that he was doing very well. So we were like, shoot, let's try it. And we didn't have the 99 at the time. I mean, when we started, we had $6.11 in our bank account. And we knew it was going to work for us because we knew that we would work. So that's how we decided we're just going to jump right in and we're going to make it happen. And I mean, here we are about 4 or 5 months later, and we have scheduled vacations with our boys. We have 2 boys, ages 5 and 6. And we just knew that working a regular job wasn't going to allow us the time that we wanted to spend with them. And Jason was a loan officer. And his last straw working a job was he had studied for his loan officer's license, passed, which was a very difficult exam to pass. And the company he was working for took away his office, and he and another guy were sharing the utility closet. Like, they were working out of the utility closet. Like, that's disrespectful. So he was like, forget it. I'm not, done with that rigmarole of jobs and missing our kids grow up and missing out on field trips. So since we started doing this and since we, started learning and there's the 99 to us, it just seems like that's nothing compared to what you learn. Like, we were in other communities and we didn't learn a quarter of what we learned here. Like, the first couple of days, even, we were just like, oh my gosh, all I knew about Facebook was how to like a picture and post a picture. And I didn't even do that right half the time. But I mean, it's just opened up a totally different world to us. And what's amazing about it is just the free time with our kids. Like Jason, last week we went on a field trip with our 5 and 6-year-old with their classes. We have all of our vacations planned out until February. And it's just, we didn't think we'd ever be able to live like this, especially coming from like $6 in our account. I took a screenshot of our bank account and there was $6.11 in there. And now we have so much time and freedom. And it's, if you work and you're willing to run a business and make it your own business, it works for you. So.
Well, I'll just touch on the growth aspect for us. I was probably even less than that. I knew less than that on Facebook. Never went on Facebook. It was very rare. So now the growth on she's like an expert at it, but the growth for me just going on and being able to do the things that we're doing, manage our page, our back office, everything that we do, it's just been amazing. So we've grown not only in this business, but as a couple. So you guys got to remember that too, that you're on a life journey. You're not just growing a business, but you're growing your character. You're growing as people. So you got to take that step. If you want to grow, you want to be stretched, then you got to take that next step. That's the only way that it'll happen. It's by taking the next step.
You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for that story. I love you. I give you big bear hugs next time I see you guys.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, guys. There's a group that's just crushing it right out of the gate, and it's happening all over the place. Like, understand that's what this business is about for real, to get the newest person just crushing it on here. And let's see here. Natasha says, I had a chat with Samita. Not sure who Samita is. And she also mentioned having a marketing budget over the $99 a month. So if I was to make the $50,000 a month mark, how much am I spending to get that? Well, typically the returns in our business are all dependent on how well your advertising is performing. Now, we teach you that step by step, click by click, number by number, and what to watch. And so I'll tell you, if you're looking to make around $50,000 in a month, you're probably going to have to spend about maybe $10,000 to $14,000 somewhere in there. That 1 to 5 return is pretty average with our program. But that's a pretty healthy number, $50K a month. If you spend $10,000 in advertising, what do you do with $40,000 a month? I mean, that's a really nice, that's actually exactly what we do. So that's how I can tell you that those numbers are for real. So we spend anywhere between $8,000 and about $11,000 a month in marketing. Now, we never started that way. We started at the minimum bare bones level, and as our business grew, we were able to reinvest the money. And that's what it's about, is growing a business, getting to a point where you can do that. So Bethany, yes, give it a try. See for yourself. Do the research and and have some conversations with people in our community, you'll find out for yourself. Like, we are legit. We don't have to try to sell anybody. The system sells itself. It's really, really good. So, and let's see. Richard says, guess you got to risk it to get the biscuit. That's right, brother. Get involved so we can give you them biscuits, or at least show you how to get them. And that's going to bring us to an end, guys. We're 10 minutes over. Sorry for the technical difficulties on my end. What if I want to stop billing after 1 month? Sheena asks. Okay, just stop billing. That's it. Easy. No problem. And so yeah, we're 10 minutes over, guys. Again, apologies for my tech issues in the beginning. Again, I'm kind of a layman guy. I don't really know the software that well, but at least I'm doing it. My wife, $40K a month doing this thing. You can do it really easy. So until we see you next time, we'll see you guys later. Click that button.